G'day, I'm Alan Giles, an emergency physician, and like many of us, I've spent a lot of time recently on Zoom meetings. I've also spent a fair bit of time organising Zoom PowerPoint presentations, so I thought I'd use this opportunity to share some of the things I've learned about how to put together a reasonably good Zoom PowerPoint presentation. Now you can see I've got a fairly simple setup, a laptop, I've got an extra light in case I need it, and I've also got an external microphone which I'll sometimes use. First of all though, we might start by looking at your PowerPoint presentation and the sort of things you might have to change on it just to make it more useful and more adaptable to a Zoom PowerPoint presentation. I've got a PowerPoint presentation here. I'll just open it. It's called ECGs You Should Know. You should try and make your PowerPoint as simple for the people watching to actually read. So you don't want too much on each of the particular PowerPoint slides, and you want to break it up as much. That's okay. ECG's all right. That's okay. This one's got too much on it. So what I would do is I would highlight and I'd break it up into bite-sized pieces so that when it's actually being shown, only these things will come up in pieces so they can't read ahead. So I haven't got too much therefore on the slide. I will be doing this with each of the slides to make sure that they're broken up into bite-sized pieces, and I wouldn't have more than 20 minutes for the entire slides. And I'd think to myself when I'm doing it to visualize the people that I'm talking to rather than talking to the slides, if you see what I mean. Now, that will format the slides all right, but I need to also format it in what is the best way for Zoom. The best way is in a window appearance. So go to slideshow and set up slideshow, and you'll see here it's got set up show. Put it in the window format like this. Click OK, and then from beginning, and it will be in this format where there's black on both sides. You can see all of the PowerPoint presentation, and you as a video will be at the top here. I'll just check to see that what we saved is still there. That's fine, that's fine. And this is a bit we broke up into small bite-sized pieces. This is for a massive pulmonary embolus. And that's fine. Okay, I'll go back to the beginning. It'll be all ready, and I'm going to just reduce it and keep it down the bottom there, and then I'll bring it up when I'm actually open my Zoom presentation. I'd like to say a couple of words about lighting. For your presentations that you're going to be doing on Zoom with PowerPoint, you need to have good lighting. They need to be able to see you in that small video in the corner. Now, where I am at the moment, you can see it's actually pretty light. I've got a little bit of side light going across me. I don't really need any additional artificial light. What you don't want to have is light behind you, like with a window behind you. You will be silhouetted. And what I do is have a small table lamp in front of me behind the back of the computer in case I need to use it. I'll turn it on now. You can see, even though it's very small, inexpensive, you can see it makes actually a pretty big difference. So now with the light on, I'm well lit. I've got a nice diffuse light across the front there, and I'm well identifiable to the people I'm doing the presentation to. So always check your lighting before you start your PowerPoint presentation. So I've just logged into Zoom, and I'm about to start the process where I'll be recording a PowerPoint. Now you need to do host a meeting with the video on. So let's click that on, and the video will start coming up. Now there are certain routine things you should check when you first start. The first is, well, what sort of audio am I going to do? I will actually join with the computer audio, and I'm going to test the speaker. So just test the speaker. I hear a ringtone. My name is Alan. My name is Alan. Okay, good. So the sound looks good. The next thing is the lighting. I look a bit dark on the face here, so I'm going to actually turn that lamp on from behind the computer and see if it makes it a bit better. Sitting back, that probably looks a bit better. So we'll keep the lighting like that. So I've got the sound and I've got the lighting. Now the background I've got is fairly neutral. I mean, one of my daughter's bedrooms. You can change that background. Now, if you go onto the little tab here, a little arrow here, you can do choose virtual background. So you can choose all sorts of things. There are generic Microsoft pictures there, such as here, the Golden Gate Bridge. One of the problems as soon as you do anything choosing one of those backgrounds is, see, if you move around, things get a bit shifty, which can be a bit distracting. You could actually put some more videos on. This is a video that Microsoft has. But again, when you move around, it shifts a bit. You could have one of your own pictures. I could have behind me a leopard. But again, it can be a bit distracting. So let's go back to none. So this is now the background I'm going to be choosing. And you can see with this, you can move and you don't shift as much. Let's go to the full screen. I want to check to make sure that that PowerPoint I had prepared is ready to be shared before I record anything. So you go now to share screen and you'll see the PowerPoint's here. Share it. Let's practice to see if it's okay. Yeah, that looks okay, right? And we'll go down to where they had that S1Q3T3 bit to see if it's broken up. Yep, that looks good. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. It's all ready. I'm going to stop sharing it, but it'll be ready to come up if I need it. So I've got the background, which I'm happy with. I've got the sound. I'm happy with the lighting, and I know where my PowerPoint is. So good. What I would do normally now is I would start the recording and I would give an introduction to it. So I'm not going to record it for illustration purposes, but I'll go through what I'll do. So normally I'd say, well, welcome to this Zoom PowerPoint presentation on ECGs you need to know in the emergency department. I'm now just going to share the PowerPoint with you. So ECGs you should know. We're not going to be talking about right bundle branch block, left bundle branch block, or simple STEMIs. We're going to be using a number of cases. This is the first case, a 45-year-old with shortness of breath, recent knee operation, low saturations, and a clear chest X-ray. Their ECG shows this. I would give the people I was talking to a chance to contemplate what they can see. Then I'd give them the answer, S1Q3T3, sinus tachycardia and a right bundle branch block. And then we'll go on to discuss S1Q3T3. So I'll continue through my entire presentation like this. When I'm happy at the end, let's say I'll stop sharing it. Remember, I'm still recording. So at this stage, I would then say, thanks for listening to the Zoom presentations, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I'll stop my recording, and then I'll just end the session. So ending the session is simple. You just click end and end meeting for all, which I'll do now. And that has now ended the session. And when I'm recording it, it will then record. You had a choice of recording it to my computer or to the cloud. And usually I'll report it to my computer, and that would be occurring now into the folder that I've chosen. That's pretty much it. So it's not too difficult to do. You just need to prepare a couple of things to make sure it can be done cleanly. Look, I hope this was of some use to you, and I enjoy seeing your next Zoom PowerPoint presentation.